Hello Scorpio, welcome to my channel, and this is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in Scorpio. Keep in mind this is just a general reading, so this may not resonate for all of you, but if it does, there's more information down below in the description box. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for Scorpio. What do we need to know at this time? Give us protection, please. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, archangels, senior masters, magnetic services. Come to you at this time and ask that you place a platinum white light of protection around the space, around their home, around the collective, their vehicles, their children, their homes, and their highest endeavors. Archangel Michael, lend me your gilded shield, and into the form of the dove, so I may travel the ethereal realm undetected. Let me hear sword of truth, so that I may see clearly and speak clearly, truthfully, the messages I am to receive today. Any dense magnetic, so energies, entities, thought particles, or zygotes, let them be removed from my space at this time. And please return these dense magnetic energies, entities, thought particles, and zygotes to its original sender or the barren lands from which they came. Please and thank you. As I say, so shall it be. And so it is. Alright, Scorpio. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. It seems that we have a traitor among us who's been revealed, and its expression is showing up as the overall theme and energy of the entire reading. The Three of Swords. Someone here has been betrayed, been lied to. Someone who you thought was loyal, in fact was not. Three of Swords is an energy of, it's basically the betrayal card. One of the betrayal cards. This is also cyclic. This is something that you've been through before, possibly, with an individual. It could be with a significant partner. either romantic, business, family, otherwise, someone who you thought you could trust. Turns out not so much. Right? Looks like this person is someone that you have invested in. Okay, this is a person that you've known for quite some time. This is a person that you trusted. This is a person that, you know, you could see yourself growing with, and, you know, basically improving each other, like growing together, right? This is a huge disappointment. This is someone, you've been through this before, Scorpio. If not with this particular person, this same kind of energy, okay? It's basically an energy of someone you trust, you invest in them, you do a lot of things for them, you go above and beyond, and, you know, this emperor, right? We have an emperor here who, you know, usually traditionally the emperor in tarot is someone who embodies strength, courage, someone who is a leader, someone who basically like identifies with the planet Mars, Aries energy. It doesn't have to be Aries, it's just energy. And you're right here. You're the Empress, right? You're showing up as the Empress. So we have a perfect couple here. Okay. You're showing up as an Empress. You are basically embodying all of the queens in the entire kingdom. The Empress takes on all of the energies of every queen in the entire deck. I mean, when this, when she appears with this Knight of Wand here, this is telling me, okay, this Emperor might be somewhat impulsive in his decision making. Someone who doesn't think things all the way through, you know, 5, 6, 7 steps down the road. This is a person who, you know, could possibly, this is a lot of fire, okay? You've got Emperor, Aries energy, you've got Leo energy, and with this King of Wands. And Leo's King of Wands is someone who takes action and follows their passion, okay? So we have this Emperor who impulsively takes action. You know, this is a passionate action. And this is an action toward new opportunities, right? But this Fool here, there's a Fool card here, right underneath the King of Wands. And this tells me that this Emperor has chosen to utilize his skills and abilities in such a way that's kind of foolish. The Fool is also Aries energy, Mars influence. Okay. So as a result, you know, you're sitting here heartbroken. You know, Three of Swords is heartache, sadness, disappointment. This is, you know, feeling like, you know, just, it's not a good feeling to be lied to, or, you know, to have your loyalty misjudged, or you know what I mean, like, but this is cyclic, you know, just looking at the cards on the outer circle. Whenever I see this 5 of Wands here on the left, and then right underneath that is the 5 of Pentacles, which is basically the blocked card. So it's just like, it goes, someone who takes action swiftly, impulsively, makes foolish, takes foolish courses of action, engages in possibly third-party energies. We've got the 3 of Coin here and the 5 of Wands. This is conflict, competition, combativeness, And then after that, someone is being left out in the cold, 5 of coins. Now, you, however, are showing up victorious. Now I'm focusing on the inner circle. Above the Empress sits the 6 of Wands, which is a card of victory, okay, after a battle. So you went from a 5 of 1, you won victoriously, right? And you're showing up not only victorious in your results, but in such a way that people, like, it's victory in front of the eyes of spectators. In other words, like, you're being noticed, right? Your deeds are being noticed. And when it comes to this Knight of Wand energy, it's like, hey, you've seen that energy before, you know exactly how to handle it. Okay? Now, you know, the Knight of Wand could be a positive thing. I mean, of course, if you're following something that's passionate, you know, in a direction of new growth opportunities, the key word here is growth. You want to experience growth cycles, right? Not repeating karmic cycles, okay? Which is what the outside circle is. The outside circle is, you know, identify these energies so that you know. And Scorpio, you know, like Scorpios, I think, one of the biggest gifts that they contribute to mankind is their ability to read people, almost on a psychic level. Like, Scorpios are highly intuitive, man. They gauge the energy in the room before, you know, contributing any words or before they speak. They want to make sure that, you know what I mean, they can get a measurement of, you know, which direction can I pivot to, right? How can I work this crowd? And that's basically what life is, all a mental game. It's basically, we're spiritual beings. You know, we're our spirit is the game player, right? That they're the players. You, the physical body, you are your spirit's avatar, right? So time, instead of it being linear, it's cycles. Okay, it's just cycles. And the whole point is to grow. And the way that we do that, okay, for instance, in this case scenario, you're going to definitely want to take the path of the inner circle. Now, since this guy chose to take a new opportunity that led him down a path of possibly getting blocked, being cast away, being told they had to leave, being told they had to be, you know, basically being left out in the cold, it seems on the outside that this person is sincere, you know, when they might confront the issue and they might be apologetic. However, I don't see any cups here. And that is telling me that there is a conflict with this 5 of Wands. There's something's conflicting here. And on the opposite end of that, when I see the Knight of Wands, I'm seeing someone who's not being consistent. Okay, someone who's maybe says one thing and does another. And you having the victory card basically above you, you already know, right? It's like, good luck trying to fool a Scorpio. Like, right? Scorpios are very hard to, you can't outbrain them. They're, you know, your intuition, you know, you don't just listen to people's words, you look at their actions, their behaviors, their, you know, their eyes, the direction of their eyes, how long they can maintain your gaze. Like, you know, it's their tone of voice, it's the way they treat others. You know, you take note of everything, okay? And what's so amazing about this reading is you're being presented with two paths. One which, if you choose to reopen this door to this person, this Emperor, who you might have, you know, made an ultimatum, or, you know, may have told him, hey, you know what I'm saying, like, this is not, you know, it's not acceptable for me, so, you know, you kind of want to distance yourself. You want to separate yourself from that energy, and that's why the Five of Coins is here. It's basically, you know, this Emperor is being left out in the cold, and rightfully so. I mean, if anyone, you know, the thing is, like, anyone who does not have, put it to you like this, it's like, if someone really, truly honors your loyalty and really cares and loves you and has your best and highest intentions at heart, you know it, right? You know it in their behavior. And anyone who doesn't have that kind of energy, it's like you immediately, like, you know, it's a wrap. Like, you know, their Five of Pentacles is, you know, you leave them out in the cold. You're like, nope. If you want to work in your, you know, the Emperor has a lot of good qualities, but when he's impulsive, he can become controlling. He can become manipulative. He can become someone who makes, you know, foolish mistakes, not intentionally, just foolish, you know, just not thinking it all the way through. So the Five of Coins is here to let you know that when this cycle comes back around, and it will come back around, if not with this particular person, and another person who might embody the same type of, you know what I mean, you're gonna notice patterns, okay? So it's important, Spirit, you know, in your advice is the Five of Coins. Your advice is, when you see these energies being presented in front of you, things like impulsiveness, things like someone not being able to control their impulse, somebody just, you know, thinking about what's only 2 feet in front of them, right? Foolish moves, you know, entertaining third parties, seeking opportunity, and, you know, creating conflict, creating competition. Five of Wands is also a card of competition. So it's like this Emperor put this Empress in a competitive position, but the Empress came out as a Six of Wands, as the victory, you know, victorious and in the eyes of spectators. So that's beautiful. That is, oh my gosh, beautiful energy. So, you know, keep that going. Spirit is saying, you know, that is the cycle that, when recognized, be prepared. Okay. Now, on the other hand, you do have another party here, okay? There's not just the Emperor here. There's also, he also exists in the inner circle, and he's taking on the form of a new, this is someone like a little bit newer. This is someone who you've been entertaining, you know, for ever since, you know, this heartache from this this Emperor, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, yeah, you know what, I'm good. You know, I think I'm gonna boss up, you know, and just, you know, be boss for a while by myself. I'm not, you know, chill out on relationships. But, you know, the Empress will entertain a King of Wands, sure, absolutely, right? So here you are entertaining this, and it doesn't have to be a Leo, but King of Wands in this deck, you know, he's holding a lion, you know, with a grip of like just a chain. So this is someone who goes after what they're passionate about, right? Now, if you look closely at his path, right? The Ace of Coin. He's actually, okay, the way this is reading is through cooperation. With your cooperation, this King of Wands, or someone who embodies the energy of a King of Wands, someone who's confident, someone who takes bold action, who's passion driven, toward a growth opportunity. Now the Ace of Coin is an opportunity of growth. Okay, it's not a repeating cycle. This is someone who sees a prize and is willing to put in the work and the effort. And if this King of Wands succeed, if he's successful, he can achieve victory, 6 of Wands, and win this Empress. Okay, so this is how I'm going from right to left counterclockwise, and by doing that he becomes the Emperor. You see that? So that tells me that whoever it is, this new person that you are engaging with or entertaining, it tells me he may have some potential to grow into a step up, a step above, which is Emperor status, right? And in this case, the Fool card would be not read as someone who's foolish, but in the inner cycle, it's someone who takes a leap of faith. Okay, so these are the two different archetypal energies that I'm seeing in your environment, in your cycles. Okay, so yeah, you definitely you've got a lot of fire going on here, Scorpio. But Spirit does want you to know that you're on the right path if you're choosing to identify and recognize the Knight of Wands is in and out, inconsistent, says one thing but does another, can't control his impulses, can't control his, you know what I mean, like just hastily decision making with no kind of, forethought or no mindfulness, just going. This is a high risk knight in this circle, in the outside circle. This is someone who engages often in high risk behavior. So when this knight acts impulsively, it's a high risk instead of a calculated risk. The calculated risk is something that someone who thinks it through. Okay, he's more of a knight of coin. He's very good. Actually, that's the slowest card in the deck. But he's someone who takes their time because they know that what good things are worth waiting for. Now I will tell you this though. Okay, you've got almost all of the threes in the deck. You've got three threes. You got, overall energy being the 3 of Swords. And then you've got the 3 of Pentacles or 3 of Coin, which, it could be cooperation, but it could also be third parties. And now, what you don't see coming. It's coming back. Okay, it's going to come back around, so be prepared. You have the 3 of Cups, okay, at the bottom of the deck, and that's in the position which you don't see coming. It's looking like Emperor doesn't like it outside in the cold, so he's going to make it an attempt to come back. He's going to have all these apologies, but the best way to really sincerely offer an apology is change behavior. Now, if he doesn't change the behavior, he's still impulsive and doing all this. This is not, it's not sincere. So be mindful of that. He is wanting to come back from outside in the cold. And later on in another reading in the extended, we're going to go into a little bit more detail. We're going to go more in depth about the 3 of Cups energy, which is basically someone who's still at their game. This is like, so you know what I mean. It could be celebrating with friends, going out, drinking, partying, doing all that. But it's also a card of third. It's cheating energy, right? It can also symbolize pregnancy. Okay, so that's another way to read that. If that doesn't resonate with you, this is for a select few. Okay, so be careful. Remember, recognize the energies. When you see them, block it. Just don't entertain that energy. But if you're interested in more details about the Three of Cups energy, you want to clarify, there's information in the description box below, and wish you the best of luck. I'll talk to you next time.